Now, last night, Bad by XXXTentacion finally got released, and as you could already imagine, this is kind of a big deal. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have been anticipating the song after a snippet was posted online after he passed away, and now that the song is out, it's time to actually talk about the track. I want to give you my own opinion of it, I want to talk about different aspects of the song, and just have an open discussion about it. So, without wasting any time, let's actually talk about this.
Show you that you bad. Words of your face, sound like bad.
Now, just like a lot of people, the first thing I paid attention to before even listening to it was the length of it. The song is only 1 minute and 35 seconds long, which is extremely short. Obviously, X was not an artist who was unfamiliar with short records, because that was pretty much 90% of his entire catalog, but considering there was already a snippet out, which means we've already heard a big portion of the track, the question that was floating around in my head was, what more am I gonna be hearing on this record that I haven't heard already? So going into the track, as soon as I started listening to it, my initial reaction was, this is amazing. I was liking what I was hearing. It seems like X went into the song knowing exactly how it was gonna turn out, considering number one, the shortness of it, that's always been one recurring thing in his music, and number two, just the overall sound and vibe of the track. It was very consistent with the music that we heard from his Question Mark project, although I would say that this has a more slightly dark taste to it. The hook on here, which is pretty much 90% of the track, is definitely and easily the best thing about Bad. X is mumbling melodically from start to finish on here, which actually is one of the issues I had with this track. I genuinely couldn't understand what he was saying on my first, second, and even third listen of Bad. Obviously, he was going for more of a just vibe with the track and don't listen to what I'm saying kind of song, which I understand because he's done that on some of his other music. One example is Hope, which is actually one of my favorite X songs, by the way, and it might even be my favorite one.
Okay, she keep calling every single night. Didn't I don't mind pushing cute vibe.
But still, even on this track, with a little bit of effort and paying attention, it's not that hard to understand what he's really saying, which is in my opinion the opposite when it comes to Bad. But apart from that, Bad is really nothing but a dark banger. In terms of X's vocal performance, I think he did a really good job on staying on top of his strongest qualities when it comes to that. And for being a rapper, it's kind of crazy how rapidly he became such a good singer. There's been quite an evolution taking place when it comes to that side of him. We've seen him go from not always fully embracing and stretching out his vocals to the max on, for example, his 17 album, and now when I'm comparing that to this track right here, it tells me a lot about his growth in general as an artist. But all in all, what's my personal opinion on Bad by XXXTentacion, and is it a good song? Yes, it's definitely a good song, and me personally, I'm actually really enjoying it. Of course, I do have two concerns with it. First of all, I think the mumbling was a little bit excessive because I do want to understand exactly what he's trying to get across. And then my other concern is, and a lot of people feel this way, the song is just way too short. And the thing about the song being short is, considering X's verse is literally only 10 seconds, and then the hook comes in on the first part and the second part, there's not a whole lot of variety on here, and I think that's probably why the length of it is such a big issue for a lot of people. So yeah, I just feel like we needed more than we actually got. But what do you personally have to say about Bad by X? Are you a fan of it, and what's your overall thoughts on the song? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this.